All right, guys, welcome back to another review. This time we're going to be looking at pretty sure this was the first wave of the mini comic accessories, the Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man. And I know this one's a little bit older, and I know I said I'd only do stuff on the pegs, but this guy is still on the pegs. And I know people have issues with this, mostly in the hips, but I've had this figure before. This is a reacquisition for the new collection. So I pretty much know what I'm getting into here. But I remember not being that bummed about it. You know, even the egregious part with the hips, I just don't think it's that big of a deal. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, here it is. You got some comic book art in the background. Comic accessory, everyone's favorite thing. Ultimate Miles Morales there. Got the figure. Got the comic book inspired look there. Logo, nothing up top. Garbage hidden on the bottom there. Leely's down here. Here's the other parts of the wave. Got Marvel's Banshee. Rom Space Knight. Miles Morales, Adam Warlock. I say Dakin. I've seen people say Dakin. Dakin just sounds cooler to me. And then Ultimate Iron Man. Now, I used to have this whole wave. And I think I would still maybe get this whole wave. Obviously, I got him. I do actually have him. I didn't ever do a review on it. But here I am scrounging for content. So, I definitely want him because I need every Wolverine. Rom Space Knight is just awesome. I hope to find him again soon. Adam Warlock, obviously have to have him. Out of all of them, I think Banshee would be the one that maybe I pass on. But I guess that depends on how my X-Men collection is starting to look. So you got the other comic covers there. You got the Miles Morales one there. And the description that says, in Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man #1, Miles must work to overcome the disappearance of his father and aftermath of the battle with Galactus. Well, goddamn. Dude went against Galactus? Jeez. Wait a minute. Ultimate Spider-Man #1. First thing he does out the gate is deal with Galactus? There's no way. I'm not super knowledgeable in comics. Maybe that's like a later comic. I don't know. But if that's what he does right out the gate, jeez. So, let's get him out of the garbage here. There's that. There's that. Here's the fan favorite accessory here, Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man #1. It's molded in black. Got the Marvel Legends series. It's printed on there nice, but as you know, this is one step away from being garbage to me. Also, why do some of them have the Hasbro logo underneath the Legends? Some don't. Like, there's been some that look like this. There's been some that look like this, but the Hasbro logo. And then there was one that had a full cover all the way to the back. So, I don't know. It shouldn't bug me because I don't care. But it's bugging me. I don't know. So, let's get him out of here now. He comes with, well, let me see. I'll get to the hands. Because the hands, I think, are bugging me more than anything else that normal people complain about. So, gonna get the whole thing out here real quick. All right, so out of the pack, he comes with a sprawled out hand and a thwipper. And as an accessory, he comes with another thwipper, which is going to be the only set that matches. I hate mismatched sets of hands. And that's honestly my main problem with this guy, at least that I remember. I'm good at complaining, so I'll find something. But that's going to be the only one. And if I'm going to have the only matching set, I think having them be thwippers, I don't know. I don't think I'd want only matching thwippers. So, but yeah. And then he comes with a fist, but only one fist. There's not going to be one to match it. And then he also comes with this grip hand with nothing to match it. And that's for the comic book. So, sprawled out hand he comes with, and flipper. If I had to at least get one more hand, I'd want one more thwipper for sure. or I'm sorry, one more of these. This is less of a sprawled out hand and definitely more of a wall crawler hand, because here's this piece of garbage here. As you can see, it's more flat-handed. That's more sprawled out, whereas this one goes down more. That's definitely wall crawlery. So there's that. And then he also comes with the unmasked Miles Morales head here. And I don't like this head. I don't know how to describe how I feel about it. It just kind of looks like a dickhead. I don't know how to describe it. When I think of the many incarnations of what Miles Morales looks like throughout media, it's never been this. But looking at the box here, it's the back of his head on the comic book cover. So I don't know. I just don't like this head. So it's coming off. And then we got this one. I also wish this thing came with at least one more head, because while this other head's fine, it's got more of the squinted eye look, it's fine. I think I would still kind of want to have a at least one more head with more of an open eye look. But yeah. Also, something I've been forgetting to do is size comparisons. So I'd say this piece of garbage here is your typical kind of run-of-the-mill height / build. Here he is next to that. He's very short, which I guess makes sense. I mean, he's pretty sure he's a kid at this point. I don't mind it at all. What I do mind is this guy. Get up. Well, a hand went somewhere. Do I care? No. But yeah, so looking at this, it's not a whole lot of paint. It's, for the most part, all molded in black. And all the red you see is painted. So no paint past the hinge here. Everything else is paint on the hands, which is red. And then I'm pretty sure the black on the red is also painted around the fingertips, if it would focus. Everything else, like I said, it's you got red coming up around here, all the way to the back. You got the spider logo there, and all of it looks clean. All the web lines look clean. Web lines on the head look clean. It just, I will say, like, you can say what you want about it being too small, the hand accessories. Most people's gripes are the hips, which I guess if, like, you're only focusing on the hips, that is pretty egregious. The more I look at it, the more I get it. That is kind of crazy. But, I mean, this is the only pose where it's going to look like that. Like, if you get them in almost any other thing, it goes away. See? So, but that, I do understand. It's not a baseless, it's not a baseless complaint. But all this is painted, no sculpt work. The eyes are sculpted and painted with the red and the white. Oh, his neck feels tight. Oh, maybe not. So starting, oh no, I just noticed there's a drop down hip. I hate them. Black all the way on the bottom, but we got the forward facing pin for sculpt. It's pretty soft, not gonna lie. The legs look pretty lame. There's some slight musculature here and there, not so much on the legs whatsoever, but you got some wrinkles here and there. Most of the musculature is coming in the torso, and there's some wrinkles on these hips that don't lie. So, but yeah, coming back down here for articulation, forward facing pin for rocker that will go, well, kind of got a loose boot cut. It goes all the way around, can go down all the way, can go up. I feel like I've seen stuff go up more. So, not the best. There's a boot cut there. Double jointed pinless legs. I'm scared to move the legs now. Go up to there, which that's fine. Upper thigh cut, which is fine. And then legs can go back pretty far, but it starts activating the drop down hip. Can go forward. My goodness. It goes all the way around if you really wanted to, right up that crotch. And I will say that is part of, that is a positive on these crazy hips. It does allow that, but you know, whatever. Going sideways, still basic. So yeah, hips are getting crazy. But like I said, there is drop down hip, as you can see there. And my God, do I hate them now. I broke one figure and I hate them. I never really had a problem with them before. Other than like, I just never thought they felt good and didn't add much to the articulation. But now that I actually broke one, I'm terrified of them. I don't want them. So there's that. You do have upper torso here. You got a ball, which bend that way, can go all the way around. Nice hula hoop action. And then without bending the ab crunch, can go forward that much, can go back that much. Does kind of open up there. But using the ab crunch, bending everything, that's awesome. That's 90. That's a good crunch. Going backwards, I doubt it's the same. It's close. That's actually really good. So I got to say, he's moving around pretty well. In terms of that, you know what I mean? Like, and it's weird because, like, I don't think he necessarily looks the best, but he's moving around awesome. This guy, I think, looks fine. Like, this is a pretty stereotypical kind of run-of-the-mill build for the figure, but this guy ain't moving the way I want him to move. Also, yeah, his arm's still stuck in there, but I'm also filming these back-to-back, so the way this guy's moving is awesome. Butterfly joints can go forward that much, can go backwards that much. Take notes, you stupid bastard. So there's that. Those work phenomenally, although this one, a little tight. That's loosened up now. Arm coming out, can go all the way around. I do feel like the shoulders are a bit too big, but I only mean that in the sense of, maybe more accurately, the opening for the butterfly joints maybe are too small, because kind of feel a little wedged in there, but not bad. Can go up, I wanted to say past 90, but it's like, yeah, it goes past 90, so that's good. What's clicking? The ab crunch. Upper bicep swivel, double jointed pinless arms, which I suspect to also move phenomenally. If I could, ooh, I don't know about you guys, but I hate when that peg going into the bicep, I hate when that is super soft and gummy. I feel like I'm gonna stress it out and break it. I don't like that. That's all right. I feel like it should be going more, but it's not. And then you got your normal hinge coming out to the hands, up, down, all the way around. And then the head is on a disc hinge, I am happy to say. And so you're probably not getting a whole lot of tilt. Yeah, not a whole lot at all, but can look left. I guess that's your right, that way, all the way around, can look down, all the way, can probably look up, all the way. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm happy with this guy. I've always liked this figure. Like I said, I had this before, and he may look a little bit goofy in the hip department, but if you get him into literally any other pose, it's fine. Things I would make better. Like I said, I think the either the shoulders could be a little bit smaller or the opening for the butterfly joint could be a little bit bigger because it feels a little cramped in there. I don't like how soft that peg coming into the bicep is. Got nothing against everything else up here in the head. The legs move phenomenally. He is fantastic to move around. Other than that, I would say that the legs just look so undefined. You know, you don't even start seeing wrinkles. I mean, you see some wrinkles right here, but everything down here just kind of seems super not defined. Even the feet, I feel like, are kind of feel like they just took a tennis shoe, shaved it down, and painted it black. But it does help them stand, so that's good. So yeah, I mean, overall, I'm happy with this guy. Minor stuff here and there. I would rather not freak out about drop down hips, but what are you gonna do? I've said in other videos, I'm not the best at posing, so I'm not going to get in too many poses during this. See, he's got a lean going on now. I think that's got to do with the drop down hips. What is going on here? Everything's straight. Let's see. Yeah, he's straight now. Yeah, he is a little bit gummy, so that's also kind of lame. But I don't know. Is gummy plastic better in the long run? Less likely to snap? I don't know. Will it retain its tightness? I don't know. I don't know. I would just rather not feel like I'm stressing something when I'm moving it, especially these things. But what are you going to do? Overall, I like this Spider-Man figure. I'm not disappointed with my purchase. So overall, I do recommend this. It is a nice little Miles Morales. And who doesn't like a nice little Miles Morales? So I think that's going to be it. I recommend it. Go get him if you can. He's still on the peg where I'm at. I'm sure other stores may have him. Distribution for these things have always and will continue to be just an enigma of modern history. I don't know why some of the ones I see are where I see them or how they are still where I see them. So, yeah. Overall, I recommend this. He's a nice little figure. If you can get over the hips, he's awesome. Let me know down in the comments. Have a discussion. Do you have this figure? Is this your favorite Miles? What is your favorite Miles? How bad do the hips irritate you? Let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, share, notification bell, all the good YouTube jargon. So, yeah. Still working on a proper rating scale here. I'll get to that eventually, but yeah. Customization, nothing. I'm not going to touch this guy. I just don't see anything that I could add. So that's that. And in a Spider-Man Hellfire Gala and Miles Morales world, don't be a Hellfire Gala Spider-Man. Be a Miles Morales Spider-Man. See you in the next one. Peace.